What you're looking at here is our vertical NFT hydroponic system. Hydroponics is a great way to grow plants indoors all year round. What we are using here is an NFT system, which means nutrient film technique. It works by we pump water up to the top of these pipes, and these pipes are easily connected, they are easily assembled, and they connect to a drain pipe going down into a water tank, just like this. In this side of the system we are growing some leafy greens. Here we have some white pak choi, it's growing pretty wild in here. We have some red pak choi. We are growing some arugula, some red crisp salad. We are growing some romaine as well. And the idea about this is, imagine just setting up a system like this in your garage. So we've calculated that if we can make one head of lettuce every month in this setup, we can sell each head of lettuce for €5. Then there's 64 places inside of this system. With these 64 times €5, we get €320 every month that we can generate in a revenue stream from this setup if we grow leafy greens. A calculation on the electricity, if we don't remove the taxes on the electricity, we get around €30 in electricity for the pump and the lights, and then around €30 again in electricity for the dehumidification inside of the room. Because when we're growing stuff like this, it transpires and evaporates with water. That water will essentially go out into the climate, into the air, and if we don't remove it, we're gonna have mold issues and stuff like that. So we don't like that, but we try to keep that out of the equation. Because if we get mold inside the walls, it's gonna be very expensive to grow leafy greens like this. If we then deduct the amount we need to put into fertilize, seeds and water, then we use around €40 on that. So let's say if we don't remove the taxes, we are paying about €100 every month in operational costs of this setup, and we will be able to produce a revenue of around €320. But keep in mind, every market is different, so some markets might have higher prices, some markets might have lower prices, and that's what you really have to account for in a setup like this. All markets are different, so it's not necessarily the same costs and the same margins that you are operating with. So please keep that in mind. So we've germinated the salads for 23 days, and this is 20 days of growth so far with this one, this one, this one, and these right here. So this is 20 days of growth inside of the system. But keep in mind that it's hitting around 15 degrees of temperature inside here sometimes during the night, because it's not very ventilated, and we can really feel the temperatures going down in the night. So that reduces the growth rate and the amount of time it takes to finish to grow. We have some arugula growing here. It's pretty wild, and it doesn't really care about the temperatures, just like the pak choi. But the salads can really see that they're not growing so fast. So if we would grow this in a warmer temperature, in a warmer climate, then we would have a faster growth. The final notice, we took different pak choys. So this is the white pak choi, this is the red pak choi that we've harvested on. We had this pak choi in the system for 7.5 weeks. We harvested 165 grams on the white pak choi. So we harvested 58 grams of the red pak choi in 7.5 weeks. So if we would have only grown white pak choi, we would have been able to do about 1.4 kilos each week, because we keep just harvesting the outer leaves, and then we just leave the inside, and then it will regrow with more awesome leafy greens. So that's really the update from this setup. So all in all, we expect to be able to generate about 220 euros every month in profits before we have considered the salary and the administrative costs of the operational of this small setup. So that's really the data points from where we are, but keep in mind that data points are different all over the world, so your data might be different in your market than it is